To politics. Well, what a shock. The result in California last night. Hillary Clinton beat Bernie Sanders by double digits, 13 points at latest count. James Lacy is with us. He's a California delegate for Donald Trump. What happened last night in California? Hold on. Has it got anything to do with the New York Times and the Associated Press early yesterday morning, before any votes had been cast in California, saying that Hillary was the nominee? So your vote, Bernie, doesn't count in California. Got something to do with that?
It was a curious development, but because of the voting patterns of Californians, most of the votes were already in before Election Day because of absentee voting by mail. So this was more a case of the polls just being completely wrong. And, you know, it might be an unconventional win for Hillary, but it was a very strong one to come in so strongly. But I say unconventional because we think of Donald Trump as the unconventional candidate, and I think that there was something very remarkable in the Republican primary in California, and that was that Donald Trump won 76% of the vote, despite all of the news and the press of the last couple of weeks. And as a matter of fact, in a very poorly reported fact, and I'm going to give you a little bit of news right now, Tom Steyer, the liberal Democrat who has a super PAC in California, spent $1.4 million on anti-Trump ads in the last 2 weeks of the election, and they had absolutely no effect. Trump ended up in this election in California about where Mitt Romney was 4 years ago, with no controversy. So Trump is showing some strength in California and some of these other states.
Okay, James, fast forward to November the 8th, the general election. Do you think there's any chance that Donald Trump wins California?
Well, if the polls were incorrect with respect to Hillary, I'm not so certain that the polls are going to be predictive of what happens in the fall with respect to Donald Trump. Now, 2 weeks ago, Donald Trump was in single digits against Hillary Clinton in California. Single digits. And you have to look at what's going on in this state. In our Senate race, because of the peculiar nature of California laws, we have two liberal Democratic women, Kamala Harris, who's our Attorney General from the San Francisco Bay Area, and Loretta Sanchez, a Hispanic from Southern California, and a Democrat, running against each other. The Democratic Party this fall is going to be in complete disarray. And who's Hillary Clinton going to endorse when she comes to California? Is she going to endorse the woman from the North or the woman from the South? Both basically liberal Democrats. There's going to be some room for Republicans to make some gains, I think, in California,
so it's
because
possible.
of that internal disarray, but we'll have to see.
It's unlikely. I'm trying to read between the lines here. It is unlikely, but it's not beyond the realms of possibility that Trump could win California. Highly unlikely, but still, it's just possible.
It's unlikely, but Stuart, the fact that the Democrats already have spent $1.4 million in California to try and bring Trump down here with no effect means that that's $1.4 million less that they have available to spend in other states to try and affect him. And Donald Trump is doing very well in many blue states across the nation.
James Lacy trying to keep hope alive for Donald Trump in California.
That's
We
right.
appreciate that. James Lacy, thanks very much indeed. We'll see you again soon. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.